It's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Slot man moves right. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 7 yards there and a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Allen, the man in motion right. On 2nd down, Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Herbert now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They snap it to Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. He will have the conversion and more than that. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they get back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Eckler. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A try here for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points in.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Dalton here from the gun. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, But now it's all for naught.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. The slot man in motion right. Herbert on 1st down now. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Dalton. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Andy Dalton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
taken at about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks that go 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer from 3 yards out. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. offense on third down tonight? 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and the nose of the football.
60 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Dalton. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing, Dalton. And now here's another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th-quarter lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
He completes it to Olave.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Here's Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.
Charles, so for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
Bro, you trash, bro. You trash. You trash. You trash. You trash. You trash. You trash. I got you. I got you. I got you.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On two, ready? 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11, Thomas.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
11, 11, 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
11 empty, 11 empty. 11, 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, 32 yards.
And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
first down throw coming for Dalton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
First and 10 for Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action now, Dalton. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins,
65 yards.
and the Bengals have moved out in front.
And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action. Steps away.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Second and 5 now. Dalton. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw here, Dalton able to get away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll send Landry in motion right. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. A draw play for Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had a coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Room here to run.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mixon is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
11. 11 MT.
Here's a run with Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So Dalton now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And this is caught. He hits Landry.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And Dalton to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Dalton, 1st and 10. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This pass complete to Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open net. It's complete to Higgins. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Throwing, Dalton. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He completes it to Olave.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Action.